Prediction time, lads. We're out of time. Shane, I'll let you go first.
Yeah, I agree with what John was saying earlier on. I just think Limerick I think they're the real deal. I think there's a lot of questions have been asked of them over the last few years, and the only time that they maybe failed to answer them was for a period against Kilkenny in 2019. I think other than that, they've answered all questions asked on days when the pressure was the highest, days when they were expected to win. They always did win. And I just think that they're a Croke Park team as well. I'll put it like that. And there's one player in particular who epitomises that for me is Tom Morrissey. Wasn't having the best year for Limerick, maybe in Munster Championship terms, just couldn't find his feet. And, for this high standards he has set. And in the last day, he scores 5 points for play. Their half-forward line scored 9 points for play. So, we could keep going on about him, but I just feel the Peter Casey thing has worked out for him. I think that's massive for him as well, and probably rightly so. He's back. He's hurling some stuff for him, hurling the best stuff he has, and he's been awarded with a starting place. That's a massive boost for him. And I just think when it comes to the big day in Croke Park for the last few years, I think Limerick have had the answers all the time. I think Cork it'll be a great game, and it'll be a more exciting final because Cork are in it. But all said and done, and looking at the Limerick team here, I have the programme from the last day. And I'm just looking at Sean Finn, Dan Morrissey, Dermot Burns, Kyle Hayes, William O'Donoghue, Gerard Hegarty, Keane Lynch, Tom Morrissey, Gillan, Flanagan, Casey. There's all guys who potentially could get All-Stars this year. So I just think for that reason, I think they're an awesome team with awesome guys in the bench, with an awesome management. And I just think they will win it by 2-3 points.
Yeah, you wouldn't be surprised for any of those names that you named there to win man of the match on Sunday. John, who are you going for?
Yeah, I'm gonna argue the case for Cork. Now look, we'll go back to 2018. That epic game down in Páirc Uí Chaoimh the year. Limerick, made the breakthrough. It was a draw. Limerick were down to 14 men. Then we went to the All-Ireland semi-final. Cork were 6 points up. Should have closed out the game. Should have won that match. The following year, then 2019. They went up to the Gaelic grounds. Nobody was giving Cork an opportunity that day. And Cork do what Cork do best. They go and they come with the answers and they beat Limerick. Then last year, they didn't meet. And in a couple of league meetings, there's been a lot of high-scoring games. There's possibly only 2 or 3 points in it. Take away the league meeting up in the Gaelic grounds. I wouldn't read anything into that match. So I think Cork, they've tradition behind them, as we touched on earlier, after winning the under-20s. I think their minors have a great chance the weekend. And I think their supporters are going to be going up believing, you know what, hey, we're Cork. We are the People's Republic. We're going to win this match. We've X amount of All-Irelands. Limerick have X amount of All-Irelands. They just, Cork on All-Ireland final day, you think of the calibre of players that have to win an All-Irelands. They'll go up believing they're going to win. The players will go up believing, the supporters will go up believing. I think that has to stand for something on All-Ireland final day. And I think they're the best equipped team to possibly take down this Limerick team. I think Limerick, of all the teams they've come up against, I think they'll fear Cork the most. I think they'll have it in the back of their minds that, you know what, this is a very, very good Cork team. But in saying all that, I just can't, Shane just named off all those names there. Sean Finn, Kyle Hayes, Keane Lynch, Rolls Royce of a player. You have that warlord in the middle of the park, O'Donoghue. For me, he's probably my favourite player out of this Limerick team. And I think Cork will stay with him till they'll be in it at half time. And I just think that third quarter, I just think the physical presence of this Limerick team, I think they'll wear Cork down like they've done all the other teams. I think if the weather is going to play a big part, could possibly play a big part the weekend. They could possibly be given showers, rain. I think that'll suit only one team, and that's going to be Limerick. And I just think, all in all, I just think this Limerick team, they're a joy to behold. 3 All-Irelands in 4 years they're chasing. Could possibly be going for 4 in a row. But I think they're going for back-to-back. Cork's time is coming, but I think they're possibly going to have to wait maybe next year or the year after. I would love to see Patrick Horgan climb the steps of the Hogan stand like us all, win that elusive All-Ireland medal. But I just can't. I just think it's Limerick's to lose. I think if Limerick perform, they'll win the match. If Limerick don't perform, and Cork come with a performance. Cork could possibly win it, but it's Limerick for me.
Yeah, I didn't want to ask about the whole Corkness thing because we're talking about the in-depth analysis of the match, but it's what's in my head more than anything else going into this, because it's why you can never write them off. Like, it is a real thing. But that's funny because we've had two pundit chain now between Tommy and John, who've given all the cases for Cork, but ultimately gone for Limerick. At least you put it on the line as Limerick all the way.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, sure, look, I tell you, as I said, we're very close to the border here, and they're hard to listen to sometimes. But sure, look, I mean, if we had a county colours day in the school, there's 3 or 4 kids in my class, and their jerseys they're wearing are Limerick. So, you know, it's not because we're living close to them or anything like that. But I just know I see these players, see the group that they have at the moment, and I think Tong and the Limerick people around here, and even down in Newport and stuff, that have a good few people would shout for Limerick, and I think they all realise, a lot of Limerick people realise, they love this group. They'll go and watch them anywhere. If they were playing a match above in the North Pole, they'd nearly chance try and run a bus up to it to see them, because they're going to try and cherish every moment that they have with this group. And I think they're dead right too, because they mightn't see him again for a long time, and for that reason I think they are a serious team. Like,
yeah, they could be one of those once in a lifetime for the county anyway. But listen, Shane McGrath, John Mullane, thank you so much for joining us tonight. It's been brilliant talking to you both, and to Tommy Walsh earlier on as well. Enjoy the game on Sunday, lads. I know we'll be talking to you from Croke Park afterwards, Shane, so people can tune in for that. But both of you can be heard on RT radio for the game. So enjoy it. It's going to be a cracker. And thanks a million for joining.